Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. So, as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page, and you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay, so let's get into this nefarious story. A 16-year-old is facing attempted murder, sexual assault charges, and all because of an attack and a sexual assault on a teacher, where the student actually tried to kill the teacher, apparently, like strangled her, punched her until she fell unconscious. So let's get into it because this all happened on Thursday in Las Vegas at El Dorado High School. So they say a teacher was in the classroom, student walked up to her. Now they're not releasing the student's name because the student's 16 years old. But so anyway, the student walked up to the teacher to talk about grades and apparently was displeased about his grades, got into an argument, and then began punching and strangling the teacher. Also sexually assaulted her. Now, at some point, the teacher lost consciousness. The student fled, and then a janitor comes in around 3:30 p.m. on Thursday, finds the teacher, and calls the police. The police show up at the school, and then they obviously find the student, about a mile, I believe, down the street from the school. So anyway, they say the police were dispatched around 3:30 to the school, which is located at 1139 North Lynn Lane. And they found medical personnel treating a woman in a classroom for multiple injuries. Now, of course, she was taken to University Medical in stable condition. Thank goodness for that, because these students are getting real crazy. There's been numerous of teachers recently that have had to go to the hospital because of students attacking them. Even last month, I reported a story about a 5-year-old that supposedly attacked the teacher, and the teacher had to go to the hospital. This is all crazy. Like, who is raising these demons? And so anyway, the police said their investigation revealed that the student had gone into the classroom and gotten upset about grades or whatever. So after all of this occurred, they arrested the student a mile from the school, and now they're charging him. He's currently at the Clark County Detention Center on charges of attempted murder, sexual assault, battery with intent to commit sexual assault, kidnapping, as well as robbery. And like I said, they're not releasing his name because he's a minor. So the superintendent of the school, Jesus Jara, sent an email out to the staff that read, "I am devastated, and the CCSD family hurts for the teacher that was assaulted at El Dorado High School." This was sent to Clark County District. This was sent to Clark County staff. Okay, so anyway, he says, "Our hearts are heavy because of the violence committed against her, and we pray for her full recovery." So they say, while this incident is now in the hands of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, rest assured that this suspect will be held to account for his actions. Now, then, in a statement that was released on Friday by Nevada Governor S3xually, he called the incident an absolute tragic and horrendous situation, saying we must ensure our educators remain safe as they do the important work of teaching our kids. Their safety and well-being is a primary concern. We must also provide the necessary resources for students to have mental health supports that they need. I've made education a priority from the beginning of my administration, and will continue to work with parents, teachers, students, and the community, he says. Now, Marie Nieces, who is the president of the Clark County Education Association, came to the campus on Friday and spoke with Jara, and staff, and basically told the reporters that teachers are scared because, there's a number of students on campus who are just unruly, and saying they have come on campus with weapons or spurred fights. And she did not reference any specific incidents, however, but said that we have been warning the district that this is going to escalate to a point of someone seriously getting injured. And that's what has occurred to an educator. They really feel unsafe, she says. Now, Nieces said the association is calling on the school district to reactivate the disabled cameras on campus, to consider a panic alarm in classrooms, and to hire more staff across the board. Now, Friday was the last day of school before spring break for the school district students. And Nieces said that she hopes to see immediate changes after they return from spring break. saying we don't have enough staff members, we don't have enough hot social workers, we don't have enough campus monitors or school police who are ready to respond to these things. And so Denla Green, who's 16 years old, Devin Watts, 15, both sophomores at El Dorado, said they heard rumors about a sexual assault that had been flying across campus Thursday and Friday. Watts says that he saw an ambulance on campus after school on Thursday and then learned of the sexual assault through social media posts, saying it was very scary. Now, they asked for anyone who has information to call the Metro at 702-828-3421. And they can remain anonymous if they want to and call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. And so anyway, they can contact Sabrina Schnur at SSCHNUR at reviewjournal.com, or they can call 702-383-0278. So anyway, this is also crazy. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't know what's going on or what's gotten into people. If it's the pressures from the pandemic, people stressed out and just, being angry and volatile. I don't know. Maybe could it be the venom that is provoking people to violence? I don't know, but it's all crazy. And now here is my thing. I'm not going to say I blame the parents for every situation where these things occur, but I do think the parents are absolutely accountable in most of these instances, because I don't really think that a student who's going to school and doing what they're supposed to do, who's at home, who's well-disciplined and doing what they're supposed to do, is just going to wake up one day, go to school, get mad and fly into a rage, sexually assault and try to kill their teacher. This is likely someone who's had problems in the past, who's, been problematic for a while. Probably doesn't listen to the parents. Parents probably have no control over him, just allow him to do whatever he wants. And mind you, this is all speculation. But what I'm saying is, from my experience, students and teenagers who act like this usually have a history or a pattern of being unruly and defiant, not wanting to follow the rules, having parents who don't force them to do what they're supposed to do. So that's what I think it was in this case. And in many of these cases, I think these students are just unruly. They don't, want to listen to anyone. They have anger management issues, lack self-discipline. And some of these students are on drugs. We already know about that, because there's also been some stories I reported about them bringing drugs and all that stuff to school. So I don't know what's going on, but something clearly needs to be done. They need to at least put some type of panic alarms in the classrooms for the teachers as well as the students, because some of these teachers are just as crazy. They're attacking students, body slamming them, slapping them in the face, punching them, cursing them out, calling them names, and all kinds of stuff. So it's just all really crazy. That's why I urge people to send your kids to homeschool. Just homeschool your kids if you can, because it's just too much going on. If it's not the teachers acting crazy, it's the students acting crazy. And it doesn't seem like they're able to contain these situations in any of these school districts. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything about it. And then here's the problem. When they do send these resource officers there, a lot of times these officers are biased and they're manhandling students, Now, maybe in some cases that's warranted, like with a situation like this. But also we've seen other cases where, they're just manhandling these students. For example, the 13-year-old girl who wouldn't get off of her phone, and the officer came there, just picked up her whole desk and body slammed her on the ground. So that's just all doing too much. And let's not forget the 11-year-old who got tased by a resource officer. So it's kind of like a no-win situation. Like, you're worried about your students being attacked by teachers, harassed, by teachers or whatever, bullied even by teachers. And then the teachers are also worried about the students bullying them, harassing them, attacking them. Then you have the resource officers who you never know what they're going to do. So it's just all real crazy, honey. I don't know what people are doing or teaching their kids, or if they're not teaching them anything. I don't know. But this is all real crazy, and they need to get under wrap. I really think that the Kool-Aid has something to do with this. I just really think so, because people are really seeming to lose their minds. So anyway, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this, and how there is a spike in all of these attacks on teachers. There was a story not too long ago where a student actually went into the school, followed his teacher into the bathroom, and sexually assaulted the teacher and literally killed her, and then put her body in a trash can, rolled it outside, and put her in the woods, stole her credit card, her identification. And this was a 14-year-old student. Now you have to ask yourself, what is going on with any 14-year-old that they are premeditating a murder and carrying it out in such a psychopathic plan as a serial killer would? I mean, this student obviously planned this for days because he came to the school with gloves and everything, a box cutter. He brought the implements that he actually needed to carry this out. So this is just all getting out of hand. But anyway, drop me a comment, please, to let me know what you think about this story. And make sure you like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you all again soon.